everybody? Welcome back to the Two Idiots in Movie Podcast, episode 24. I'm your host, Chris, and here with me always is my co-host, Matt.
Welcome, everyone. In today's episode, we are continuing on the Lord of the Rings franchise train, and we're reviewing the Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Now, Christopher.
Yeah.
What's the story?
Okay. Essentially, the story picks up where we left off on the last story, with Frodo and Sam heading to Mordor to destroy the ring. Along the way, they pick up a little hitchhiker that guides them. And then we also pick up with Aragorn, Legolas, the elf, Legolas, and Gimli, the dwarf. Is that how it's something like that. The dwarf.
Gimli?
Yeah, as they go into the Rohan Kingdom to try and save the other two hobbits that got captured at the end of the last movie. And they end up running into the king who has fallen under the spell of I don't know how to say the bad guy's name. Saruman's.
Count Dooku.
Yeah, Count Dooku. Who is under Count Dooku's spell, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the entirety of the movie for the most part.
Now, you didn't really like the first one. What did you think of it?
I liked the first one. It just felt very slow and a little choppy at some points. Like we just jumped from one thing to the next. But comparing this one to the first one, I like this one a lot more.
Oh yeah,
a lot more stuff.
A lot more action.
A lot more interesting stuff happens in this movie than the first one for me. So what did you think of this movie?
This is my favorite Lord of the Rings movie.
Really?
Yeah. It's by far my favorite one.
Gotcha. But, yeah, like I said, I enjoyed this movie a lot more than I did the first one. But, and then the cast, everyone came back for the most part. Well, besides, Sean Bean's character.
Yeah.
Because he always dies.
He's dead.
But, the entirety of the cast that came back did a great job this time. A phenomenal job. Who was your favorite character in this movie, Matt?
It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
It's Gollum / Smeagol, played wonderfully by Andy Serkis.
Yeah, I thought that's who played him.
Yeah, it's Andy Serkis' big breakout role.
Was this one?
Yeah.
So this is the one that
kind of got him on the map, especially with mocap acting.
Yeah.
Or acting with mocap, how do you call it?
Motion capture, acting or whatever. But yeah, I think Gollum's character was very, very interesting.
He's so good in the role.
Yeah, and he has that
crackhead. He has that crackhead personality.
He also has that dual personality where he's talking to himself and stuff. And I love the scenes when that's happening.
Yeah, that's the scene where Sam and what's his name? Frodo was asleep and he's talking to himself, trying to,
decide on whether he's gonna steal the ring or not.
Yeah,
try and steal the ring or not.
Smeagol's thing, kill him, and take the ring. And Gollum's like, no, he's our master. He's taking good care of us. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, I like how his voice changes. It's more deeper when he's the bad. When he's Smeagol, right? Smeagol is the evil one, and then Gollum, he's more timid when speaking. Especially when he talks about his master.
His new master.
Yeah.
What do you think of Gandalf and Count Dooku?
Gandalf and Count Dooku?
Yeah. What do you think about those two wizards?
I mean, they're interesting enough. I like how Count Dooku kind of possessed the King of Rohan.
Yeah, King of Rohan.
Yeah, the King of Rohan. Thought that was very interesting, and he looked very old and crippled and stuff like that.
The makeup for that looked.
Yeah, it looked
great.
Those practical effects for that part of the movie were great. This movie, both these movies, Lord of the Rings movies, have had great practical effects.
Oh yeah,
and pretty good special effects too.
Yeah, there's moments where...
Yeah, for the time, they were really good.
Yeah, for the time.
But yeah, I liked both the wizards. I thought it was very interesting, their duality and their fight against each other.
What do you think about the wigs?
The wig.
The wigs. They're both wearing wigs.
Oh,
They're good wigs.
yeah,
They
they're
look
good wigs.
Yeah.
You could tell they're a little fake, but nah, they're pretty good. I mean, they work.
Yeah, they work.
So, what'd you think about Aragon in this movie?
He's awesome. He's badass.
Yeah, he's probably. I think I might like him a little bit more than Gollum. I think he's my favorite character so far.
Really?
He's my favorite character in
Really?
Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah,
I mean, I can respect that. He's
He's
pretty
really badass, and he's just a great leader. I
Yeah.
mean, when they were tracking, what were they, orgs?
the
Orgs. When they were tracking them, and he was just having them push on. That was very good.
You'll like the next one then.
I will.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Aragon. He's a great character.
Yeah, he's up there with Gollum and Gandalf for me. That's the great characters in this trilogy.
Yeah, I got some questions about Gandalf in this movie.
Oh boy.
We'll get into the
Oh,
spoilers because I'll need some good explanations.
I would try.
All right.
You want to just go into it? Get into it?
Spoilers? Yeah, let's just get into the spoilers. We ain't got much else non-spoilers to talk about. Let's go ahead and start now. From here on out, spoilers. Haven't seen this movie, go see it. It's Lord of the Rings. Most people have seen these movies by now.
If you haven't, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, I know. I don't know what the hell I've been doing.
Yeah.
Anyways, spoilers from here on out. You've been warned. So, Matt, I need some explanation about how Gandalf came back this time.
It's okay.
I like the opening scene, by the way. I wanted to wait to talk about this until the spoiler section, but I like the opening scene, how we get to see the different point of view of when Gandalf is falling into the thing.
Oh yeah, falling into.
Yeah, and he's beating up the I forget the
creature,
name of that
yeah.
creature, the fire-breathing creature. But yeah, I like that scene.
Yeah, it's a great scene.
It was a good little action scene. But I'm gonna need some explanation of how he survived.
He's not really alive.
Okay.
I can't remember. He's like.
I know he said they were like fighting, and then I know there was some explanation of how they ended up on top of this snowy mountain or whatever, and he ended up killing the beast or whatever, or the monster or whatever, and then he said he was like lost in time or something like that, I think he said he lived like 1,000 lifetimes or whatever.
Yeah, he's not really alive when he comes back. He made a deal with the god or something like that. I'm not really explaining this well, but to bring him back to Middle Earth to help defeat the orcs and Count Dooku and
Yeah.
everyone. And then once he's done with that, he'll go back and
He'll go back to being dead.
yeah.
Instead of just kind of dead.
Yeah, so he's now, other than Gandalf the Grey, he's now Gandalf the White.
Okay.
Does that make any sense?
It makes a little bit of sense. So, the quote-unquote gods sent him back to help them win the war.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then when he's fulfilled his task, he's going to be dead.
Yeah, he'll go back to Middle Earth heaven.
Okay. Good enough explanation for me. I didn't think the movie did a good enough job with explaining that.
It's kind of tricky,
Yeah.
confusing.
Alright, but I'll take it. Good enough explanation. Let's get on to your favorite character, Gollum. I like his introduction when he's just climbing down the rocks and they're sleeping.
Yeah.
And he's like, my precious. As soon as that started happening, I knew who it was.
Yeah.
He's just that famous of a character.
Yeah, he's that well known of a character.
Yeah, even I've never seen any of the Lord of the Rings, but I knew of two characters. I knew of Gandalf because of the "You shall not pass," and then I knew of Gollum because of my precious. So yeah, he did. He's a very synonymous character with this franchise, and I was glad to finally actually get to see him in this movie because we heard about him in the last movie. But I was glad to see.
Yeah,
him
this is really his big
Yeah.
introduction into the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
He'll get more play in the next one.
He'll have more of the spotlight in the next one too.
Well, yeah.
All right. And I like how Frodo wants to help him because because Frodo and can sympathize with him with the temptation of the ring.
Because he's going through the same thing.
Yeah, but Sam, and he also knows it because his uncle, he saw firsthand what the ring did to his uncle.
Yeah.
In the last movie. But Sam is like, no, Lord Frodo, we cannot trust him at all.
I like immediately that Sam just is over Gollum.
Yeah, he wants to tie him up
yeah.
and just drag him around.
Yeah, he's so
and don't want to trust him at all.
Yeah, which turns out he's kind of right.
Yeah. I mean, he does get him to where Gollum did do what he promised he would. Took him to the Black Gate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this is a big controversy, and not controversy, but it divides fans.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of the trees? I like the trees.
I mean, they're interesting.
Yeah.
I liked them and everything. I thought the special effects actually didn't look that bad.
No.
But, nah, I like them. They're good.
Yeah, I like them.
Why are they so controversial?
I don't know. People don't like them. People make fun of them.
Nah, I like the trees. I don't get why they're so controversial.
Yeah, I don't get that either, but I like them. They're badass.
Yeah.
And they took down those orcs.
Yeah, they did a real good job of taking down them orcs. The only two characters that I think didn't get a lot of representation in this movie were the other two hobbits that I do not know their names. The brothers. Because for the majority of the movie, they kind of just sat on the tree's shoulder and walked through the woods with them. So I thought that was... I mean, that they didn't really get a lot of screen time with that. But they did have those good moments. That good moment where they... they said we need to get up. They convinced the trees that we need to go off and help our friends.
Yeah,
and
you need to.
You're regardless of whether you want to be, you're a part of the war too.
Yeah,
because it threatens the entirety of Middle Earth.
Yeah, Middle Earth.
Yeah, it threatens the entirety of Middle Earth, and you live here. So that was a good moment for them because that showed that they were not just there for the comedic relief.
Yeah,
like they had been.
They're there for a fight.
Yeah, so. That was good for their characters. Oh, the King of Rohan's right-hand man, the dude with the black hair, I don't know his name. You know who I'm talking about, though. The one who works for Count Dooku.
Oh, yeah.
The one that's the creepy guy.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were talking about him or his son. He's played by Carl Urban.
No, I'm talking...
With his great hair.
I'm talking about the king,
Count Dooku's sidekick.
Yeah, Count Dooku's sidekick, the guy with the black hair.
Yeah,
and he's so creepy, man.
Yeah,
he's very creepy and like.
He reminds me of a guy from Harry Potter.
Which one? Oh, I know who you're talking about. You're talking about the one who always carries around the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, who you're talking about? Yeah. Now that you mention that, he does remind me a lot about that character from Harry Potter. But he's just really creepy, and how he when the guy confronts him and he's like, "What did they promise you?" and he looks over at his sister, the blonde girl.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
That's nasty. But yeah, that character was very creepy.
Yeah, very creepy.
Oh, Gollum has some funny parts in this movie, like when he's trying to catch the fish. I thought it was hilarious. I like that. I like that part. Yeah, that was funny. And then he gets mad because they cooked the rabbit.
Yeah.
And he was like, but it was so raw and juicy.
Potatoes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Should we talk about the movie that's within this movie?
Sure.
The last 45 minutes of this movie.
The battle of
Helm's Deep.
Helm's Deep, yes. Now that was a great battle.
I told you that would be great.
Yeah.
It's badass.
Yeah, it was very badass. The 10,000 versus, what was it, like 300, 500 or something like that?
Something like that.
It was like very slim odds, but it was a great battle.
Yeah, the way they build up the tension like before the battle starts.
Mm-hmm.
And then the battle itself.
Yeah, the king has every able person to bear a weapon.
Yeah.
I thought it was...
And then Legolas sliding down the steps with his bow and arrow.
Yeah. Like he's on a skateboard or something. The battle was great. It was
Yeah.
shot great. A lot of great action. Now this is the stuff I wanted to see out of these movies.
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping there will be more like these types of. Is there another battle like this in the next one?
There's one that's about 2 times bigger.
2 times bigger.
Yeah, but I still like this one the most.
Really?
Yeah, and even the one in the next one is still awesome.
But yeah, that battle at the end of this movie was.
It's great.
It was really great.
Yeah,
It is up there with some of the best battles, like big.
it's big,
Big
spectacular.
battles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like the Infinity War, Phantom Menace type
Yeah.
battles.
Yeah. This is something.
It's fantastic.
It was really, really good. I think I said this earlier, but when we were talking about the practical effects, but the practical effects for the orcs,
Oh yeah,
they looked good in the last one, and they
Yeah.
looked good in this one. They did a great job with those.
yeah,
Yeah.
incredible.
Yes, they are. Those are really, really good effects. Oh, speaking about that ending battle, when they blow up the wall,
Mhm.
that was kind of a oh shit
Yeah, oh,
moment
shit
for me.
Yeah,
I was like, oh,
and then
this ain't gonna be good.
like when Aragorn sees him, he tells Legolas to shoot him, and
Uh-huh.
he keeps shooting him in like the damn neck and shoulders, and he doesn't go down. I'm like, oh shit!
Yeah,
And then the wall explodes. I'm like, oh shit! This is not good.
yeah, it gets intense.
Yeah.
That ending battle. Yeah, it was good.
And then when you think all hope is lost, Gandalf comes
Gandalf the White
comes
comes and rescues them.
at the last minute.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see the last chapter of the Lord of the Rings.
It's good. I think you like it.
It's good.
Yeah.
Is it? You don't think it's better than this one though?
No, I think Two Towers are. For me, Two Towers is the best Lord of the Rings movie.
Gotcha.
The Return of the King is still.
Is it
Still
better
really-
than the Fellowship of the Ring?
Yes.
Alright. I'll probably like it then. Like
Yeah.
I said, I have enjoyed my time so far with the Lord of the Rings. I think I might have enjoyed it a little bit more if I had watched them, before we've had all these big enhancement or these big movies since then. Like, if I watched it when I was younger.
Yeah.
But they're still enjoyable.
They're classics, in my opinion.
Definitely. Got anything else, Matt?
You want to hear a piece of trivia?
Yeah, I think it's trivia time.
Yeah, the moment where Aragorn kicks the steel helmet of the
Mhm.
orc, after he thinks the 2 hobbits are dead.
Yeah.
The actor that played Aragorn actually broke 2 toes in that scene.
Ow.
And the reason why he was screaming wasn't because he was sad because of the hobbits, it's because
He broke 2
of his
toes.
And it made the final cut.
I might have to go back and rewatch that scene now and see.
You can see two of his toes being crushed.
Yeah. Ow.
Yeah.
I've broken a toe before and I know how bad it hurts.
Yeah, that's
so, ow, 2 toes.
Yeah, 2 toes.
That sucks. Hey, at least at least it was good enough to make the final cut.
Yeah.
So, got any other trivia for us about the 2 towers? Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, well then, let's give them our final thoughts. Matt?
Like I
You're
said
up first.
earlier, this is my favorite Lord of the Rings movie out of the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a great movie, great characters, great Gollum and Smeagol,
Mm-hmm.
great ending battle scene for the Battle of Helm's Deep. I give this an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. I'm right there with you. 8 out of 10.
You always copying me.
No, I have mine wrote down and you don't. Anyways, like Matt said, I enjoyed this one more than I did the first one. This is my first time watching this one and the first one last time, but I enjoyed this one more than I did the first one. The Battle of Helm's Deep was phenomenal, like Matt said. And then I love Gollum's character. It hit the split personality between Gollum and Smeagol is great. And then Aragorn's character is badass. So, yeah. 8 out of 10 for me. You got anything else, Matt?
that's it.
Well, I think that's it for us today. Thanks for listening to us discuss the second Lord of the Rings movie. We put out new episodes every Sunday and Wednesday. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, subscribe to us on YouTube, and we'll see you next time when we talk about The Nice Guys.